This moment will affect you for the rest of your entire lives. Nothing you have ever experienced in the past will shock as much as this.
Now I'm taking control! I never sleep! I gotta seize the fire!
I am the Warlock!
Your world is awake! Now I'm taking control!
Alright, now again, if you're gonna take any advice from me, wouldn't it be to get the hell out of the market? The biggest champion of the market, the biggest bull you ever met, never strayed from the path, and then suddenly, in the middle of September, I'm telling you to sell, and you don't heed my warnings, and then I say I'm dumping some of my favorite stocks, and you don't want to believe in me, then I tell you I'm getting out of this Alibaba, I'm getting out of that Yext, and the sale, and the Qs, and the diamonds. Nobody gives a shit, right? Now, if you can find any fault in that, you can find fault in the fact that I didn't hit the button twice. Because if I would have hit the button twice on some of those trades, we're in a whole different situation in life. I'm buying that 1967 Chevelle today, and I'm going on a worldwide vacation for the next 18 months. And, you know, that's where I'd be right now. But I didn't hit the button twice. I waited a couple of days to see, you know, how it would pan out. And next thing you know, you wait and you see. But let me tell you about what's happening. Maybe I made this video before, but I'm going to make it again. The reason I believed in this sell-off this time was because there was no name for it. Okay? Every sell-off over the last 8 years had a name. We had the taper tantrums. We had Ebola. We had Brexit. We had Greece, Italy, Portugal, Spain. We had political unrest. We had North Korea. We had investigations. We had Trump. We had this. This sell-off was just a technical sell-off. We oscillated and we finally rolled over and nobody was calling it something. At first it was just a gentle pullback and the people in the media were saying, oh, there's nothing to be worried about. And then we sold off dramatically and then we had a slight comeback and then the media was telling us and the blogs were saying how, oh, that was it. The coast is clear now. If they're telling, I'd rather see the CNBC panic videos, which we haven't got. I want to see the guy that comes out and says, holy shit, this is the time to panic. And we haven't got that either. So right now what we're seeing is people telling us to remain calm. Nobody wants to tell the person who's frantic to calm down. Calm down, it's going to be all right. No, it's not going to be all right. And to figure out when the market's going to bounce, we're not going to do that either. We're going to be late to the bounce also. But guess what? Being late to the sell-off right now, remember, I didn't sell out of my diamonds till 262.50, and you should want to know why 262.50 was so significant, and 261.85, and then 258.57. Remember the 258.57 was a huge number. When we broke that, that was it. Bullishness gone. So now I'm not going to feel bullish about this market until we break today's highs back on the upside. So we're looking at what, 250 and a quarter? But none of that really matters because I don't think anybody's managing money. We just want to get in and get out and make some money during the day. And those trades today on October 29th, 2018 was the day to make back or rectify or correct any mistake you ever made in trading. Was you were able to correct that mistake today. You could have been trading the same names that you were trading a week ago, the same ideas you were looking at a week ago. Everything was a viable trade today. What does that mean? What that means is when we're in a bear market, and yeah, I'm calling it a bear market, or let's call it a bear moment from now. If we're still in this range 3 months from now, it's kind of a bear market. If we continue to roll over, obviously it's a bear market. We don't know if it's a bear market yet. Let's call it a bear moment, okay? But there were warning signs to this market going down. Netflix blew out the earnings report and the stock sold off that day and then gave it all back. Google did the same thing. But before that, remember Stitch Fix? A stock that was going up every day? Ridiculously? every freaking day, tacking on more and more and more, comes out with earnings, the stock's down 50% since. Funko, rocking and rolling. Next thing you know, whoosh, down almost 50%. Those are your warning signs that this whole concept, and again, the media, CNBC, Fox News, anybody that you were talking about, well, once the earnings start coming out, it's going to save the market. Why would it? Why would it? But even if it did, the thing is, you didn't want to be long going into these earnings. Where were we going? Yes, we could have went higher, but do you realize some of these stocks that people were saying how the earnings were going to be amazing were already up 50, 60%, like a Netflix, like a Google, like an Amazon. Amazon's been running for 9 straight years. It's about time it had a couple of 400, 500 point pullback. Anyway, the bottom line is today, nothing mattered. But here's what I want to say. When the market's in a bear moment, you never, ever want to see it gapped up. Because gap ups are a sucker move. Always have been, always will. How often do you see a market gap up and just rally from there? Even when we do gap up and rally, there is a gap up and then you have the fade. Sometimes the fade gets bought into and then we start to rally, giving you that check mark. Or you get what we saw today, a gap up and there was nowhere else to go because there's nobody buying stocks anymore. So the gap up starts to fade. The fade becomes a range break. The range break becomes a VWAP trade. The VWAP becomes a range break, 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal, and you get 100 points on the Amazon. You get 20 points on a Netflix. You get a 50-point move on a Google. You get an Ameren that was amazingly up to 23.50 in the pre-market, closing at 21.20. You get these type of moves. Even the Macy's sold off, one after another. So right now, all I'm asking you to do is take a moment to reflect. This bald schmuck who didn't even start bald when I started making these videos, this lunatic psychopath that's been pretty much calling shit right for a decade now, still doing dumb videos on YouTube. How the hell am I still doing this? I must know at least enough that keeps me in business. And there must be enough people out there. I know I'd only get 100 or 200 views on these videos now, and this piker bitch who stole my name's getting 3,500 views. I don't get it. And guys that have been calling for the end of the bull market for 10 years and they're finally right now, they're getting 5,000 views. I don't know what to do. But I'm telling you, I'm starting to morph away from these videos anyway. I'm going to start letting my daughter do these videos. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to start doing a blog on Investopedia. So she's going to read the blog from Investopedia on the YouTube videos. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially at the same time I'm going to be teaching my daughter about the market, which I think you're never too young to learn about it. And she's 12 years old. I think it's going to be fantastic. So that should be a lot of fun. But if you want to participate in what we're doing, listen, come to the chat room. It's free. There's no strings attached. I don't want your credit card number. I don't want you to pay me a cent. I want you to come into the chat room and make money. And then if you find that what we're doing in that room is viable, if you find what we're doing in that room is worth your while, if you find what we're doing in that room is worth you shelling over some ducats to continue your relationship with us, then you pay. I don't want you to pay. I want to prove myself to you to the point where you say, God damn it, can I just come to your house and hand you a bucket of cash because you saved me? And I've been reading some of my texts. Apparently I saved this one guy from divorce. I saved another guy from losing his house. All with one phone call. And if you're the other guy, and you know who I'm talking to, who wanted to debate with me, you're paying me, right? Or you've paid me to help you out, right? And when I say, hey, you might want to be selling this Yext, and you say, but I thought you said it's going to 50. And I said, but I don't think it's going to 50 anymore. But you said it was going to 50. I know what I said. I don't think it's going to go to 50 now. I'm dumping the stock. I'm telling you what I'm doing. If you want to follow my lead, you got in at 17.50 on my idea, but now you don't want to sell it here at 25 when I'm telling you to sell it. And you said it was going to 50. Yes. I also said the Dow might be at 27,500 by the end of 2018, We were only 500 points away. But then when I said you might want to be getting out of the market, and you said, well, I thought we're going to 40,000. I said, I know I think you're going to 40,000. And I said, but I think it's time to get out of the market. And you said, you said it was never going to go down. I said, I know what I said, but if I'm telling you now, and there's no way to sugarcoat it. Get the fuck out of every stock you own, and you don't want to take that serious, then it's on you. I told you to sell AMD. Why hold a stock that's up 100% going into earnings? What was it going to do? Tack on 10% without us? Who cares? We're in this thing from $12. It's at 35 going into earnings. Who cares? Where was it going to go up? Another 3.5 points? Possibly go to 50 within the next 18 months? So what? We would have bought it back after the report. Who wanted to own Alibaba anymore? The stock's been a dog shit stock. Yext, awful. Sale, rolls over, breaks 32.50. DDD, I'm thinking this stock should be $30 by now. We're tucking it, it's all the way back to 15. So that whole portfolio, if you liked my ideas going in, right? And then here I am telling you gotta get out. It's time to sell. Remember Blue Star Airlines from Wall Street? He's in the stock, 15 minutes. What are you talking about? We're gonna sell? Yes, we gotta sell. That's trading. So as bearish as I am right now, and I'm completely bearish, I think we still got another 700 points on the downside to go. And if that doesn't hold, we got, I see 23,300. And then if that doesn't hold, we're going down to 225. So that's another 2,000 points possibly on the downside. I don't want to be involved. Plus, I don't need to be involved. You don't need to be involved. You don't need to guess where these stocks are going to be a week from now or a month from now. Today was the day to make your dreams come true. All you had to do was hit a few buttons. Every reversal, and there was 270 of them to choose from. We did 7. There was 270 trades. Seriously, 270 trades today. Every single one worked. And by the way, the 1-minute multi-day VWAP earnings reversal, we are now still 56 versus 56. So if you only trade those, you're doing fine. But you had every reversal on earth work today. So I want to introduce you to my daughter. You want to come in and say hello? She's going to be doing the video soon. Look at her. She's all grown up. Remember her? Straight hair. So she's going to be doing a highlight video coming soon. She's going to give a synopsis of what happened the prior week. We're going to touch upon what we think might happen this week. And then we're going to post that blog on Investopedia. So that's...
And then you'll be seeing me with braces.
Oh, right. Yeah, the whole concept here is that she's working for me now because she wants braces.
I'm getting them.
So if you're going to get braces, I'm paying her $250 a video. So the braces cost about $5,000. So you expect about 20 videos for my daughter over the next several months so she can pay for her own braces. In theory, I'm still paying for them, but at least she's working it off, working for a living. So again, I know nothing. I know nothing. The reason I became the biggest bull in the world is because I got smoked. 2012 lost, got to be close to $200,000 between 2011 and 2012, getting destroyed, hammered, trying to time this market, waiting for it to roll over. So finally in June of 2012, I said, fuck it. I'm going crazy. We're never going down. I'm never shorting the market ever again. Bye, 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 bye. And it was great for 6 years, right? And here we are. I think we go lower. If we don't, guess what? We'll start buying some stocks. But I'm not holding anything. Why hold when we're moving in 500-point increments on the Dow? When we're moving in 10-point increments on the Qs? When you got stocks moving in 10% increments every other day, why own? Why hold? Just play what you see, and at the end of the day, go to cash, so tomorrow when you wake up, there's none of this. Oh my God, why didn't I sell? Oh my God, why didn't I hold? Oh my God, what did I do? No, tomorrow you come in, you play the same ranges and the VWAPs, what you learned the prior day, and you do what you got to do. All right, that's it. So I got nothing left. But to my guy out there who took my advice, thank God. If you can, show your face once in a while. Make a video. Go on YouTube and talk about that phone call that we had at the middle of September where I told you to dump all your stocks. And to my friend, my pediatric guy, you're in that ICPT. We're kicking ass, right? Next thing you know, I'm thinking this thing's going to 250, and then 2 days later, I'm telling you to dump it. And you did. Didn't argue. But for the guy that wants to sit here and keep saying to me, but I thought you said the market never goes down, the reason I made that into a joke, but I thought you said the market never goes down, because that's the attitude of people who lose money. Just because something has been working for 8 years, when it stops working, address the fact that it's not working. I would have had to sell my home. I would have been divorced right now if I didn't sell the Alibaba. I realized my mistake, and I sucked it up, and I owned it. And I took that loss like a champ, which would be now 6 times as bad. And to the point where that might have put an end to all of this, all in that one trade. And then the Yext. I'm sitting there loaded up on the Yext. This thing's going to 50. Next thing you know, I'm dumping the whole fucking thing. 25 and 22.50. And you know how I felt about AMD. I've been long AMD for the last, 8 years? Come on. That was more lucky than good. And if you told me AMD on October 29th of 2018 would be trading at 1687, I would have bet you 10 grand that you're wrong. And I'd be out 10 G's right now. So coincidence, being more lucky than good, and just knowing how to read the tea leaves, as a combination of all of that, I'm still in business right now, which could have been a massive disaster. So for you guys out there that are debating whether or not to join us, it's not about me finding ideas on a daily basis and teaching you about VWAP and reversals. It's everything. It's knowing I've been doing this my whole life, and that I've got a pretty good feel for it. And I could teach you how to get that feel, because there's tea leaves, there's ways to read this market, the subtleties, which you don't learn about in books. What is it? Can you teach me? What are those subtleties, Kenny? You got to show up. I got to keep something behind the velvet rope. I got to keep something dangling with the carrot to keep it going. But why? Why can't you just tell us? It'll be too easy to just tell you, right? All my secrets, right? It has something to do with the word reversal. And that's all I'm going to say. Warlock out!